Hello, everybody. Just come on in this room today. Come on in this room, y'all. Let me tell you something. We got a smoking hot show for you today because we is so much going on in this news media. And me and my girls, we just gonna be like GE and bring this good thing to life. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring this shit to life. So welcome, Carla Spaulding. Say hello to everybody.
Hey everyone, Carla here. Looking forward to having you engage in what we're talking about. Love to hear from you. Just get in the chat box. Huh?
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Trevian Kutti. I am so excited today about today's show because we have so much to talk about, especially some things I have going on. So we'll get into it.
Okay. Sophia?
This is my therapy. Yes, I can. Oh. It's my therapy. This is my therapy. I'm Sophia Johnson, and these ladies, they keep me stable.
Well, we already got one troll on the line, but I'm going to ignore him and be nice a little. I'm going to let the hoodies handle him because that's the light word. That's absolutely nothing to us. But we're going to move on with some news, and we're going to talk about Armstrong Williams. And go on, Trevian, break that news for us.
Well, on Friday, I broke a story on X, a whistleblower story, who had met with my attorney and we met for about an hour and 40 minutes. She is in Mexico. I sent my attorney to meet with her husband in Virginia, right outside of DC, Alexandria. And we did a video call with her because she says that she has political asylum in Mexico. And this story is probably reaching about maybe about 3.6 million viewers on X. I've had great support from all of the X family. I want to say thank you. I was told, my lawyer and I was told that she had witnessed Fannie Williams being orchestrated to run the RICO by Bill Barr. And I had transcribed the audio from our meeting. It details also, unfortunately, about Ben Carson, who ended up being, unwittingly used in this situation as a mole per the whistleblower. I did receive a cease and desist from Armstrong Williams and David Sinclair from Sinclair Media Group, basically saying either you're going to apologize, you're going to take it down, or you're going to stop making untrue statements about the above named people in the complaint. Well, that's fine, because I'm going to really tell the truth about you. And since we want to play this game, looking at the people who were in that complaint and that cease and desist, both of them have been caught up in sex scandals. Armstrong Williams legally and had to pay a huge payout. David Smith, he was arrested for stalking a hooker and doing lewd and crazy, insane sex acts. I mean, how do you get caught up in that? But that's published by the Baltimore Sun and Law and Crime. Armstrong, his former employee, which I've spoken to other former employees, and the story is, strikingly and eerily the same. He sexually assaulted them, and I believe I sent the lawsuit to G, because page 7 and 8, when you hear what he was accused of, and apparently from him, losing that suit, it must have been true. But I mean, he was in the bathhouse and rubbing his people's genitals, and I'm like, okay. But you go to DC and you ask about Armstrong Williams, it's no secret. I mean, the first thing people say and I've been in DC, I know people who know Armstrong personally, who introduced me by call to Armstrong Williams. The first thing they'll say is, he touches the boys. So,
oh my God, that's disgusting.
This is really what's going on. But for me right now, I don't care about Armstrong Williams. He's not, he's the least of my concerns. For me, it's about.
Can we talk about what he did for Dr. Ben Carson? Can we talk about that or no?
The whistleblower, the whistleblower says that they were friends. And looking into research that we've been doing, when we heard, these allegations, they are friends. It's not, it's not a secret. And the whistleblower said that he was siphoning information from Ben Carson, giving it to Bill Barr to use against President Trump. So these are the things that I owe the American people to, get all the information. Also, she sent me Google Drive worth of threats. I've sent out some of them to get authenticated because they were claimed to be AI. And I will have those back tomorrow, which I will publicly publish. Wow. So everybody's about to hear what's going on.
Okay, thank you for that report. I want to say hello to Kelly, Kareem, and hello, Jean. I saw you sent me I saw you send a message. You are always welcome to come on the show, Jean Robinson. So I would like to thank all the hoodies that are in here watching y'all right now. We have over 1,000 people, and we just got on, but right now we have over 1,000 people that have joined us for this show. And I want to say this, that people sometimes say, or they think about the fact that, you'll always hear people say, well, I confided in someone and they told my business and I never expected them out of that to do that, right? So one thing my mom always taught me, she said, if it's something that you don't ever want to hear come back, keep it to yourself. So I'm giving that word of advice to everybody that's listening. If you got something that and you want to keep it very confidential, then you keep that to yourself. That way you don't have to ever worry about it getting repeated back. And you don't have to confide in your best friend that's going to go tell somebody, okay? So rather than you lose a friendship, keep your shit to yourself.
Exactly.
Okay? Now, if you're on this show, and you have a phone, please silence your phone because that's going to give us a feedback. Or if it's too close by the computer, it's going to give us a feedback.
Well, I wasn't done, Lavern. There's more breaking news today.
Hey, girl, you just keep it rolling. Don't let me stop you.
Was disqualified today. Yeah. So the Georgia Court of Appeals said there's this complaint or these documents are so long, and it just dropped this morning. I've been trying to go through and dissect and look for clues to see, if there's anything that I can pull from this complaint where they, disqualified her. Definitely a conflict of interest, but I will report back to you all once I'm able to get into that complaint and really, really, really dissect it.
Yes, Kelly, you're right. God is truly exposing people.
Yeah.
He is truly exposing them. Yes, Lord.
I'm glad you stuck by yourself, Trevian.
We're not gonna slow down or anything with the little trolls in the inbox, because nobody hates wisdom and knowledge, but evil ass people. So and the main thing they hate, and we know that here liberals hate, is to see educated Black women that are strong, independent thinkers, not feeding into what they want everybody else to believe. But I could say up here, I see a lot of smart women, and thank you all for all the work that you do in your community and for all the work that we have done to expose Kamala Harris for being the worst thing that anybody could have ever thought of voting for. And thank God, I'm going to say it again, thank God that we have been totally unburdened by what may have been. So, that's a blessing in itself. That's a blessing in itself. So, moving forward.
G, do you have the clip of the whistleblower and that I sent for you on Professor Nez? Do you have that? Can you roll that? There? No? Is he there? No? Okay, here we go. There we go.
Why did you hire somebody that supposedly had this track record or criminal record as you guys purport to bring forth?
I've already answered that.
Okay, so we have Patricia here. I'm going to bring her up.
Oh no, you're not. I'm not. You're not going to bring her up on there with me, Kevin. Disconnect me. Here's Patricia. He's trying to bring up. Disconnect me. We had an agreement that I would come on. So no. Listen, you can play that game with everybody else. I'm done. I said what I needed to say. I'm not going to ever communicate.
Okay, Armstrong. I'm not trying to blindside you. No. Wow. I'm not blindside you. Hi, Patricia. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. Sorry about that.
Why did you hire somebody that's
so it was really surprising to see him bolt off the stage like that. For me, if somebody's out making crazy allegations about me, I'm definitely going to face you head up. But yeah, this has been going on since Friday. It's been really catching some fire, and I just want to make sure that I provide all the facts to everyone as they are authenticated, because I am going to post them, and everybody can make sure that they are able to, decide for themselves. But it is my job. My name is on that story. I broke it. So I'm going to make sure that you all have the evidence.
Congratulations, Trevian, and exposing his exposing.
It was a lot.
Wow, that is just totally unbelievable. I mean, and there he is, the man just asking him question, and he hauled ass. So, what is the? Go ahead, Trevian.
And he said, he's like, okay, I'm listening to you, but outside of you saying, she's crazy or she's got mental issues, you haven't given me any really substantive, information. And then boom, she pops up, and then he's like Usain Bolt. It was. I mean, so many people just. I think he did himself a disservice. I don't think that did him any favors.
Well,
he did what he was gonna do.
When you gonna talk it, then walk it like you talk it. Walk it like you talk it. What are you doing? I mean, it's they're gonna come for him regardless. But
he's been come for. He's been come for already. I mean, like, his reputation in DC is, he touches the boys, and then there's lawsuits to confirm that. That's not a lie. You have been busted and convicted or you settled, with those allegations. And that's just who he's known to be. It's like Diddy. Everybody knew.
G, can you play the next clip?
I mean, it's a wonderful question, but am I going to do preemptive strikes? Why would I say that? Can you imagine if I said yes or no? You'd say, that was strange. Am I going to do preemptive strikes on Iran?
I'll tell him on my show. I can't talk.
How could I answer a question? Say it. How could I tell you a thing like that now? It's just so you don't talk about that before something may or may not happen. I don't want to insult you. I just think it's just not something that I would ever answer having to do with there or any other place in the world.
Why would you even ask a question like that?
That's so dumb. It's like they you can't show your hand before you throw down your spades. Like, I don't get that.
The question. What was the question? I didn't hear.
Are you going to have a preemptive strike against Iran?
Oh,
yes. He would never tell you that. And what got me, I saw that. I was like, he said, he was doing you a favor by saying, I don't want to insult you, because that was just a stupid question to ask, the incoming president. Like he was going to answer that. It just tells you where they're trying to lead him into the setup every single time. And he's outsmarted them, just they don't get it. They just want to be made to look stupid. And I was surprised that he didn't lay into her, because normally he would. I think he took the diplomatic route.
Very much so. And he did a great job. Hello, Nancy. I see you say hello. I'm gonna ignore the ignorant clips, the ignorant comments, but to all the hoodies that are in the room, much love. And let me say this to y'all. Y'all know that President Trump is fighting for us. Yeah. He's fighting for this country, you know. So I'm asking that everybody that is a prayer warrior, keep this man in your prayers, because he's up against all of those demonic spirits, you know, and he's fighting for this whole country, and they are always coming for him. They are always trying to assassinate this man, you know, and it was really amazing that one of the last attempts on his life, that particular killer had his whole all of his layout of wherever he was going to be at. They knew exactly where he would be at. They had his whole agenda. They had this man whole agenda. So the fact that they had access to something like that lets you know, there's people that's right there giving them that type of information. So that's why I'm asking everybody, y'all, let's keep him in your prayers, because he's truly fighting for us.
Yeah. I mean, do we have anything that we can do, like as a people, outside of prayer, an actionable deed that we can do to help protect President Trump? That's my question. What can the people do? Yes, we can pray for him, but God gives us tools at the same time. So I'm thinking that what can the American people do to protect the person that they chose to be in the Oval? That's my question. If anybody has any, ideas, let me know, because I do think it's going to take more than prayer. They've already attempted on his life. So I think we all have an obligation. He's out here fighting for us. We have to fight for the person who's fighting for us.
Absolutely. Thank you, G.
Oh, yeah. I saw that James O'Keefe clip.
Henry Appel, National Security Council. Hi, I'm James O'Keefe, investigative reporter and muckraker. This is you on hidden camera. Cool. You're lucky I'm not a Chinese spy. You are a very lucky man that I'm not a Chinese spy. But I got to ask you a question. What the hell is the guy who's an advisor to the National Security Council doing, spilling the quote tea to an undercover journalist?
Well, here's the tea. Joe Biden is like dead. We're Trump funded.
What type of national security operation you boys running in the United States government? And you used to be a spy.
For a while, I thought I was going to be a spy.
You thought what?
I thought I was going to be a spy. And I did that for a little while.
What type of spy are you? So where are you going? So we're here in Washington with the spy who works for the United States government, who's, quote, spilling the tea. Now, this is you talking about Biden being, quote, dead.
Joe Biden is like dead. He can't just say a sentence.
These are your words. I'm going to play them for you here.
Joe Biden is
he's like dead. You also tell an anecdote where you're on the phone with the president. He didn't even know that the guy that he was asking for was right next to him.
My boss was on an international program, like in Europe or something. The phone rang in the office, and I picked it up. And I was like, "Oh, this president, Henry." He was like, "You stayed there." He's like, "No, he's traveling with you. He's on the same trip that you are."
And you work for the National Security Council as an advisor, and you're saying all these things to a rando.
To a random. That's the thing. You said it to a random.
Random. Random.
These are the people who are in charge of our security, and they are the biggest loose lips, sink ship people that exist. Him saying that Joe, I think these people just were comfortable with this administration that's in office right now, and they thought that Kamala was in. They were way too comfortable.
Yeah.
He was way too comfortable.
Hey,
I used to be a spy. I used to be a spy. Who used to be a spy that tells they're a spy? So either he was lying to get her panties, and he was just saying stuff, or he's just utterly stupid.
There's no leadership.
Mm-hmm.
There's no leadership. So people just acting like they can just do whatever they want to do. If there was real leadership, then they would have the better guidance and the better judgment to stay in line and be consistent with everything else. Because when has America become a country where you talking behind the president's back? Like, there's just no loyalty in that whole administration. And we find them people in the streets with us too. The lack of loyalty to just protect each other just hasn't been there, because they're breaking us apart. How could we stick together if we all broken up and then we get all egotistical and start representing ourselves?
Right.
I saw that, and it's just making me sad. Like, this whole situation, to think that Bill Barr, his right-hand man, chuckling at his jokes, that he would sell him out like that. That's not an American thing. That is some demon. I agree. It's some demon stuff. Like, it's heartbreaking. And that's why when y'all ask me how you're doing, I'm like, I'm hanging in there, because we don't know what's going on until the 20th. Then we can start having faith in something and say I'm doing good. Because right now, we really ain't doing good. I may be doing good at home, but our country's just falling to pieces. It's just really sad.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. We're still in turmoil. And I felt that clip was kind of interesting when he said, well, Joe Biden, it's like he was saying he cannot speak. And he said he's inactive, right? So if Joe Biden is inactive, then who is that we have been seeing is doing all this talking for him? Because one thing we know, Joe Biden couldn't even hardly walk up the plane without busting his ass, right? So, but then after Kamala lost, and then they started showing him riding a bicycle, he was walking fast. So who exactly was that?
Right.
Who's the imposter? In other words, who is that imposter? So,
Sophia, I want to say to you, all of it's meant to make you feel like things are terrible. And it's just like Elon Musk said, you have to find some joy in everything. You have to have the hope and joy and move forward daily. Don't ever let them take that from you. I got a hell of a lot going on right now. And trust me, I'm still smiling. There's not a single thing that they can do or say to me that's going to take my smile from me. So
that's why I said y'all keep me sane, because it's the energy that we have here. Y'all are keeping me sane, because when you're left alone and I got 4 kids and they seeing all this mess too. So it's not just the burden that you feel when you go on your social media and see people feeling heavy. I got my kids worried about their future. You know what I'm saying? I got them, they going between revelation and war. You know what I mean? With the stuff going on in Syria. For them to see such a clip and see something where people are to say that Biden is not in the building, that he's dead, that he's, people are walking all over our administration. So although I'm hopeful, I'm telling you, I said I'm hanging in there. Y'all ain't heard me dead yet. But it's the energy, like I said, when we meet up, I know that I'm not the only person that's seeing what's going on and still keeping on. Like, you just got to keep keeping on.
But you know what I think?
Let me say this, right? In everything, have an attitude of gratitude, because that's what life is all about. We always have to look at things in a positive aspect and not get hung up in the negative things. Because if you get hung up on the negative things, you will be so stressed the hell out, and you won't know what to do. But have that attitude of gratitude and focus on the positive things and don't get caught up in the drama. And as they used to say in the 80s, don't believe the hype. Don't believe that.
And also, I think
caught up in the hype. Focus on that positive thing and let the positive things guide you. I can look in the comments and just pick out somebody and really wear their ass out. But I ain't going to do that today, because I'm going to accentuate the positive. That's what I'm going to do. I had a great day today. I fed my community. I help the seniors that really need the help, and they know they can come here and get fresh vegetables, man. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all this. I'm going to say it again, and I don't give a damn if I say it on every show. Them seniors have worked all of their life. They take care of us. They made sure that we grew up and that we learned right from wrong, and they tried to keep us on track of getting our life and self together, right? And they work. They work. If anybody deserves $17,000 in food stamps, it should be them. That money should not be going to no Ukrainians. You know,
Ever.
I mean, we got homeless seniors sleeping in the streets. We got homeless vets sleeping in the streets. We should be taking care of home first. Nothing for the Ukraine. These people should haven't worked a day in our damn country, and they don't deserve a dime. So everybody that's supporting them, I feel like they really need to get the hell up out of Congress, because a lot of times these people don't even take care of their own damn district. I met with somebody today, and they was telling me where they stay at, that in Miami Gardens, they said they took some homes. These homes were abandoned. They built them up, and everybody staying over there is now a Ukrainian. So if they can find the funds to take care of these people, why they can't find the funds to help the damn seniors that need it the most? You know, put a safety net in place to help the American people. Why are people in Western North Carolina still struggling even after the hurricane was like months and months ago? We should have a safety net in place for these people. You know, last week's show, somebody said over 8 people died in Western North Carolina because of the cold temperatures. That should not be happening here. Because if we can vote to take care of the Ukraine, why in the hell we can't vote to take care of our people? Why do we have governors that are hell bent on destroying this country, like California, Gavin Newsom? It just shouldn't be happening.
Well, I have something to say. Good news. We do have, if anyone is a veteran and is homeless or is about to be homeless, they can inbox me, and we do have an apartment building in Homestead that we can house them for 3 to 6 months. Yeah. So if anyone is in need, just go to Carla Spaulding FL, inbox me on Twitter or X, and I'll be able to assist them with that. So it's we still have about another 200 rooms that we're able to help. So I'm really, really happy about that. Just inbox me and I will give you all the information where you're able to go and get the assistant.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yes,
Wow. Nice.
Perfect.
Yes. As a Navy veteran, yes. I am so happy that it's actually Josh who is doing this. He purchased the building for veterans, and we're working together to able to bring hopefully 1, 2 to Broward County. So we're working on that pretty soon. So God bless him for being able to have this housing for our veterans. And that's the goal. So that's one good thing that is happening right now. But I do agree that we need to focus on our seniors as well, for sure. And single parents, single mothers and single fathers are having a very tough time, and they need help as well. So we'll talk about that the next show, and we do have a solution for that as well. But let's do it on veterans for today. Let's see. Let's see how much more beating I can take.
No, don't think like that.
Oh my gosh. Yes. But
oh yes, that's the one. G. Play that. Play that clip, G.
So there are over 330 million people in the U.S. About 2.1 million people work for the federal government. About 900,000 will be directly impacted if the government were to shut down, which is what Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and Vivek Ramaswamy are calling for right now from the Republican Party. This is what we voted for, y'all. So if the government shuts down, we have millions, if not tens of millions of people impacted, because those who work for the federal government can't pay their bills. will go into debt, and all chaos will break loose. But this is what Elon Musk, who's worth $400 billion, wants to do. And this is what Donald Trump wants to do, and Vivek Ramaswamy wants to do, and J.D. Vance wants to do. This is what we voted for. So they don't want to fix government. They want to create chaos and then siphon money from the government for their own pockets. This is what we voted for. This is where we are. And we better do everything in our power to push back and fight back, or else we will be a complete oligarchy, which is where we are right now. It's not just the healthcare industry. It's big tech, big pharma, big, fossil fuel, military industrial complexes, all of it. They represent that, not the people. And we all have been hoodwinked, unfortunately. They keep talking about big government and, too complex, too convoluted, too much bureaucracy. We need government shutdown. We need to cut spending and all of that. At the same time, they come from the private sector. They are not doing anything in the private sector to create the jobs we need for the American people. The private sector isn't creating a federal jobs guarantee. The private sector isn't making housing affordable and have housing as a human right. The private sector isn't making sure your utilities are affordable or your transportation is affordable or your child care is affordable. The private sector isn't doing any of that. They care about themselves, their oligarchy friends. They don't care about the American people.
When's his last day? That's
thank you. Thank you.
His last day? Because you out here pulling fire alarms, and you want to talk about.
He is a clown.
When is your last day? And yes, that spending bill of 1,500 pages is crazy. In somewhere in 1,000 pages, all of them are getting a 40%
raise.
I'm not
a raise while people in their district are living. Oh my God, it's just horrible.
They have to pay for 2 homes. Well, you knew that when you ran for office. These are not surprises. So when you are having your salary with that 40% increase will increase to $278,000 when the median income in your district is $40,000, and you're complaining. So you know what? Shut it down. You are not going to spend Americans into a broke oblivion where they cannot recover. It's not going to happen. And you see it's not going to happen. Go pull another fire alarm if you want to. But you're walking out of here on January 20th anyway. So just go find something else. And we don't even care what you have to say.
Yeah, he needs to skedaddle. He needs to go on, because the thing that I don't like the most is the fact that they're giving that credit to Elon. They're giving it to Trump. There was many people that was behind this effort. And the thing about it is that we know what's coming forward. There was more of us energized to speak out and say that we're not trying to hit. And they're scared. They're scared. They know how MAGA could get them voted out if they're going to act up. You know what I'm saying? So the way that he couldn't even figure out that he was going to get caught out there lying. He didn't even figure that. Oh man, I thought it was a security access is going to open the door. It's like, if you're that dumb, what makes you think that anybody should be listening to you now? It's absurd that he would just think that and give credit. And it's only going to work with their people. It's only going to work with them sheep that's going to believe that nonsense. I'm not trying to buy it. It's
only going to work with the Black women that voted for Kamala there.
The Americans are tired anyway. They're tired of.
That's who it's going to work for. Yes. Okay, G, I want you to put that comment up that I think it was Kelly that said they was trying to pass a massive bill for foreign interests, because that's what it's all about. So what they like to do is create these videos that are so far from the truth. And they always play the race card for these type of things. Everything is racist. And what they do is that they have massive spending in these. How many pages you say, Trevian? Say it again. 15,000.
1,500 pages.
1,500 pages of massive spending bills that they are trying to push. They want to build a stadium in DC. God only knows how much more money they want to give to the Ukraine. And all of this is in the bill. Okay. And this is how things are done. So in order for you to pass this bill, you need to agree with me. You need to agree, and people are tired of that. We're tired of wasting the taxpayer dollars, and we are tired of digging our country more into debt. Okay?
No question. No question. I
But
mean,
hold on. You know what's interesting though? I think that a lot of people complain when the parties do, when the money is supposed to give to the American people. But they have no problem when it says that we have to give it to overseas. They'll vote for that in a second. But the moment it has to come to the Americans, it's a big problem. They never have enough.
And why is that? And why is that?
Corporate greed, political greed.
No, I think it's more political more than anything else. And to be honest, I really don't think they care about the American people. Most of them do not, because if they did, they would not be voting on the issues the way they're voting right now.
They stopped caring when they lost the war in 1865.
I mean, but
they've been trying to break it up.
And those that, like us who care, they will not even support us.
I mean, we're paying for the war against Gaza. We're paying for the war against Syria. We're paying for the war against Beirut. We're paying for the war against Iran. We're paying for the war against Ukraine. It's insidious.
Why do you think they're pushing for Iran right now to have a war with them?
Exactly.
And who do you think is going to be on the front lines?
Exactly. And so, and why are we doing this? Who is at the butt of that war? Israel. Why are we so entwined with Israel that we are no longer looking at what is best for the American people, where all of our military weaponry is being sent to Israel to fight 5 different countries? This is crazy. And I'm praying, and I know Trump had to coagulate with Israel in order to win this election. I get it. He was trying to win. But when you go to Mar-a-Lago and all you see is Israeli flags, where are we at? What's really happening? This is supposed to be America first. So I'm hoping he negotiates whatever deal out that he made with Israel for their support, because now they're all saying he's the first Jewish president. Why? Trump's not Jewish. So we have to continually hold Trump accountable as well, because if he's siphoning out money that is, supposed to be going towards Americans, and it's supposed to be an American first agenda, then we need to make sure that we hold that to get accountability as well.
And speaking
why are we sending money to Canada?
Sophia, and speaking of putting America first, we should be taking care of Western North Carolina, because those people still need help, and some of them still don't have a place to stay.
No question about it.
Can you imagine they gave, was it $700 they said they gave per family?
$750.
$750, and look at what we're doing, spending overseas. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't even make any sense.
I mean, Karine Jean-Pierre just got behind the podium. Oh, by the way, we're sending an additional $60 billion to Ukraine. It's like every time she gets behind the podium, she doesn't talk about what's going on in the country. It's all about, okay, well, this is why we are, reasoning, sending another $100 billion. And it's just a money laundering scheme. All of these people voting for these large sums of money to be sent, every 2 weeks, they're getting a kickback. This is not a game. Nobody's just voting for money to just go to somebody else and they're not getting it.
But we don't even have a choice. We have no say.
Yes.
The people in America, they're not agreeing for this. This is just being done by the government only. Americans do not wish to have that done.
Exactly. So, I mean, that we've got, like, I think right now, I've said it before, Democrats are way too quiet. Something is going on. They are not going to let Trump just glide into the Oval with no chaos or mayhem. Something is happening. You got your little drone distraction situation. You can't tell me that our military and our American government don't know why those drones are flying, coming out at night or whatever they are. They know everything.
They know everything. You're right.
If I flip a penny and they're up in space, they can tell me if it's heads or tails. So you can't tell me that they are not being honest, or they're not being dishonest with the American people. And that's why Trump needs to go ahead and start just taking his power now. Otherwise, they're going to burn the whole thing down. And by the time January 20th comes, it's going to be so far into just, oblivion. He's not going to be able to fix it properly. You don't think for a minute. They're way too quiet. There's everything that they did to take him down. You're going to tell me that's just going to be like, oh, okay, he won.
Yeah.
No, that's not happening.
Okay, so we have another clip coming up. G, play the clip.
To Dan Crenshaw's point, Elon Musk is spreading fake news. On this, he is fake news.
And he relies on people to reply to him and tell him what's up. He says, you are the media now. That's his message on X. And yet that really leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, to Dan Crenshaw's point, Elon Musk is spreading fake news.
You know what? Elon Musk,
nobody had more fake news than CNN, so his bald headed ass can shut the fuck right on up. Okay, I was trying to be nice about this shit, but damn it, don't push it. Don't push it.
Did he say Ben
nobody had more fake ass news than CNN. They even brought their raggedy ass over here to interview me because I saw something that I wanted to read. I retweeted it to my page, right? They came to interview me about it. So they just happened to show up on the day where I was doing the food distribution. So they was out there, they was doing the footage, right? And the guy said to me, oh, do these people know that you are a Republican? Right? I said, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Okay? These people are in survival mode. It means they're trying to figure out how they're going to pay their rent, how they're going to pay their lights, how they're going to feed their kids. Okay? They're trying to fucking survive. I'm helping them out by giving them food, providing clothing. We have clothing, and helping them with everything that they need, showing them where the resources are. Do you think they actually give a fuck if I'm a Republican? Do you think they actually care about that? They couldn't even show the footage. They wouldn't even show the footage. I was calling them, when y'all gonna show the footage? Oh, we decided not to air that.
Of course
I bet y'all decided not to air it. You know?
We are the media now.
Well, CNN is of the past.
Yeah, we are the media now. That is an actual true statement. I will just say, my attorney thought that I should let the mainstream media drop the whistleblower story. I know that X changed the dynamic from 2015, all the dirt and all the grime that they put on Trump. X was able to turn the tide on that. X is the media now. We are the media now, which is why I dropped it myself. And it moved just as if it would move through mainstream media. So we do have the power, and we are having a correction, an election correction. Everything is going back to the basics, sort of like COVID, when we just depended on the accountant or the person at the grocery store, the garbage man. People don't care about Hollywood anymore. They can't influence our decisions. We are the media now. We are.
Because all the covers are coming off. We're finding out what they are all about. They have been exposed. So, it takes real media shows, real media podcasts to expose these people so people will know actually what is going on. Because remember, for years, all the fake news stations have been programming our minds. They have programmed us into what they want us to believe. And now people are finally waking up to realizing that all of that shit was fake.
Exactly.
If we were still listening to fake news media, we would have been believing that Kamala was a great candidate for us.
And
when they black. We know that she wasn't black and she never gave a fuck about black people. She made that shit very clear. She said, oh, I don't care about black people. We know you don't. We know you don't. So what is it? I can't understand. What is it that people was listening to that made them feel like Kamala was going to do so much for their community? If she was going to do it, it would have already happened. Okay?
It's the cackle. The cackle was just jumbling up their brain.
I just want her gone. And the fact that she says that she's preparing to run in 2028, are you serious? When they don't, this is why Democrats lost. They don't take the clues that the American people are giving them. It's more about ego and power. And for her, she only had ego. She never had any power. And so, I mean, and that was proven within the first quarter of her own presidential bid, that she got, pulverized within 90 days. She couldn't even make it to the primaries. So what point is it? What do you have to get hit in the head with it? Like, what has to happen for you to understand that the American people don't like you and don't want you anywhere near the Oval Office?
I think it's just the fact. Hold on, Sophia. I think it's just the fact, right, that we as Black people do not hold politicians' feet to the fire. Yeah. We do not hold them accountable for being our elected official. It's like, oh, there's so-and-so. Hey, how you do? They don't tell them about the problems that they are facing in their community and the fact that you are my elected official and I need you to take care of this and it's happening in our community. They don't do that. So if you're not holding their feet to the fire, so that's why she thought she could just walk on in there and just fly on through there. But this time we show her, oh no, it's not going to happen.
Ever.
That old bag of tricks. It's going to be race. It's going to be the same thing, abortion, women's rights. Now it's aliens. They done went all the way back to the 1950s and now it's aliens to try to distract us from paying attention to what they might be scheming. The most scheming, worst. They're not holding their feet to the fire, Lavern. That is one of the main things that we turn their heels on. Now we're starting to hold them accountable for something, and they don't even want us to really know that it's us. They're going to just say it's Elon. It ain't y'all. It's Elon. January 6th. Oh, no, y'all are insurrectionists. Not that we had a redress of Congress. It's that whole mess with them trying to pull the wool over our eyes to let us think that we don't have the power. We've been had the power. But mind you, you heard that joker just talking about how the government is, the federal employees are the ones that have our best interest. Never. The minute they start telling you that the government has your best interest, that's when they're going to come to you and tell you, well, the government says you're going to drop your guns. The government's going to tell you that we're going to take your money and take your kids. They're not going to stop at anything if we don't stop them. So they know what they're doing. They're trying to put this all on him. And it is us that got this thing dropped. We the people are strong.
Well, I was thinking the other day, and I was saying that I hope that President Trump, when he gets in on the 20th, that he actually speaks to the people. Yes. Because the people he's surrounded by sometimes don't necessarily tell him the whole truth. They don't really give him all the necessary information. So I think at least once in a while, he needs to either look at Twitter, look and see what's going on there, see how the people really, truly feels about individuals, and see how best he can help serve us, the people.
Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, we the people. And right now, we have over 2,000 people that have joined us. Thank you all for joining us on the Hood Conservative Lavern Spicer Show. And please like this video. And also, please follow me on Rumble. I have all of my videos up on Rumble. Please, y'all, go to Rumble, follow my page, like our pages, and follow all the guests that are up here sharing the knowledge. And I want to say this to you all, right? Sincerely, white people, y'all need to stop apologizing for being white. Stop apologizing for being white. Me, I'm Black. I've been Black all my life, and I ain't apologizing for a damn thing about me being Black, okay?
And
so y'all stop apologizing for being white.
Exactly.
And don't listen to Catelyn with that bullshit. Don't apologize for being white.
Because white lives matter too.
Yeah, white lives matter, Black
lives matter,
all lives matter. Period. Point for Black. Okay. So, G, show the next clip. Oh man.
This is why I said Trump just needs to come on in that office now.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
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 you know,
Yes.
it's just disrespectful. You know,
In so many ways.
you
And for
come in,
so
you
many
say
reasons.
you know want to handle the border crisis, and this is what you do. This is why nobody voted for you. You know, it's obvious.
And then they're giving it away. Pennies on a dollar.
They're auctioning it.
They don't value our money, because if they valued our money, they would not be letting this go to waste.
Exactly.
They would be building that wall. They would use it. But just seeing that, I'm like, yo, they were saying it was a waste of money, it would cost too much. Every single dollar that they sent to the Ukraine could have put that wall up. It's ridiculous. Wow.
So sad. That lets you know the administration that's currently in power had no regard for the American
for us at all,
no.
as the American people. They do not give a damn about this country. I mean, they do not care about the border being open. They do not care about the kids that are being sex trafficked coming across that border. And as you know, there are reports out saying that it's over 500,000 children that are missing.
I mean, not even that. It's like all the people so COVID was the largest transfer of wealth in world history. And all of those corporations that got those billions and millions of dollars, they wiped it all out. Nobody has to pay anything back. Me, who didn't even qualify for PPP, I'm so upset, because all of these, it was a corporate transfer of money. You had money going to small businesses. I remember working with the Trump administration, getting business money to small Black-owned businesses. I think they said $33 million, and this was a bad thing. Black people didn't even have their business paperwork together, so they didn't even qualify. They weren't registered with the Secretary of State. I mean, how is it that you get to a point where President Trump has allotted money for small Black businesses specifically, and your business is not in order? You're not registered as a business, and you've got signs outside. I reached out to multiple small Black businesses in Chicago, people that I knew, and come to find out, I couldn't even refer them to get the money.
Wow.
That's when those people came in with the finder's fee. There were so many of my friends that knew better, and they came through, and they were like, we'll handle all your paperwork for you for 10%.
Right.
10%. Then you saw all the familiar faces with the people that all of a sudden they got the expertise, and you bumping into them when you're going to go pay your taxes. Hey, yeah, no, I was just helping out my community, and I knew there was people out there that needed help. But yeah, that 10% of that money went to the hands of the very people that sit there and say that they're trying to help you. That was one of the most mortifying things when I found out that people trying to apply for money for help, and that somebody was willing to take 10% of that. And then you find out that they're government employees that's doing their side gig, helping people out instead of just doing it legitimately. New York is mad crazy when it comes to stuff like that, because somebody was always there ready to take care of business for somebody else. But that's bizarre. Just think Nixon created that whole office, that minority affairs, and that's not even, they're not walking people through the process. That makes no sense. None at all.
I saw so many people in Chicago. Now, they actually started arresting some people in Chicago that were in on the PPP scam.
Good.
I'm in Texas right now because it's cold in Chicago, but I will tell you, I know that, and it's crazy because they came after the small people. I didn't see any charges pressed against any major corporations that got millions and some billions of dollars. I mean, I worked for Kanye West at the time. They tried to come after Kanye West for it. He just paid it all back, because he just didn't want the drama. And so it's not, it's unfortunate, but we can say that the politicians don't care about the American people, but the politicians are run by the corporations. And so this is what we have to realize. This is big corporate greed all the way around and big corporate power. So when we look at it, the people who get these politicians elected are corporate people. Those are the ones people writing the big checks because they have business interests. So it's not even about the politicians, it's the corporations.
You got it. And with that PPP, oh man, so many people got arrested right here in Florida, and they made it clear. They said they're not going to stop till they arrest everybody. Everybody.
Well, they just wiped it all out a few days ago. They just wiped it all out. Gone.
They didn't wipe it out on this end. They still locking people up. People are still going to jail on this end, baby. And they're going to get every last one of them. Ashley Moody made it very clear that they're not going to stop till they get everybody. So they still locking them up. I feel like why did you apply for it anyway? If you knew the repercussions, why even do it? Why?
Everybody said it was free money. Everybody said it was free.
Well, obviously, is it worth it? Because look at the ones that are losing everything. We're talking about business owners that are now, they got that money, that are going to lose their business. They're going to lose everything because they accepted that money. Yeah. While on your other hand, like you just said, they're wiping out corporate. Corporate isn't going to jail, but the everyday business owner, the small businessmen, they are going to get locked the hell up for it, okay?
They're the one who really needs it. The large ones, the small ones are the ones who really needed it.
Yeah.
The big ones don't get in trouble, and they don't need it.
But the big ones aren't going to jail like the smaller ones
are. That's what I'm saying. They're
not
right. They're not going.
They clear. They coming for all of y'all, not some. All.
Damn.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And let me tell you, I had some people that was chilling with that money.
They just locked up a young black lady that had a spa in Broward. She had just bought a Bentley truck. A young girl, in her 30s. They just got her about a couple of weeks ago.
Damn.
Well,
they was eating good too.
Fast money, you get it, come fast and go fast. So that's people kept coming to me, well, you have a business, my business grew during COVID. I made more money during COVID than any other time. So it's like, just seeing that people like me who had a business who should have been able to apply for it and couldn't or didn't, just seeing how that transfer of wealth, affected the taxpayer is just, it's just saddening. But, accountability is key now. So everybody's talking about what they're going to do and what they don't like. The same way we would put fire to the Biden administration, we're going to have to do it with the Trump administration. And I'm not holding no punches. You got a lot to fix because they screwed up a lot. So, we've got this war in Syria is just ridiculous. It's the whole, all of it, and now Syria is going to fall because they got all these rebels who are just, doing whatever they want to do. There's no organization. The whole country is going to collapse. And guess who's going to come in and swipe and take it over? Israel. So it's this large Israel plan in the Middle East, and we're funding it. The American people are funding Israel's crimes against humanity. And I'm tired of that. So we'll have to have a talk with President Trump as as the American people as a whole. Like, you said you don't want wars. These are Israel's wars. They're not America's wars. What are you going to do? And it wasn't about asking him, she should have never asked him if he was going to do a preemptive strike against Iran. That was just bad acumen, but sometimes we have to make sure that the people we let into these press rooms aren't just specifically targeting him, any way that they can and at free will. So that's something else that we're going to have to make sure that, that's taken care of.
I do believe, though, that he will somehow negotiate a peaceful deal for over that area, just as he, I think, he will Yes, with Russia and Ukraine, I think they'll also do the same.
Right.
But he has to do it quickly. He has to start the negotiation from now, because by the 20th, it'll be too late.
It's too late.
Yes, too late by then.
And he's
just love how he running the country. Just love it. He's not even president yet, and he's already got the best. Always had our best interest in place since the first time around. And just think that where's Biden at? Where's Biden? Where's you know what I'm saying? He's dead, right? Dead, ain't doing nothing.
The guy just told us. He just put it out there for everybody.
Right.
He put it out there in that clip.
You know, I want to say this too. Lavern.
Yes.
Realistically, we also have to admit Trump won because of who he is. And when I say that, I also mean a lot of Democrats who could not admit that they voted for him to another Democrat person, but they'll let us know that they voted for him. And it's very interesting that even though they voted for him, they still went down the line as a Democrat, voted the Democrat.
Right.
But as a Republican, they voted for Trump and only Trump, which I think was awesome.
Okay, we got a clip right here, guys. Play it, G.
Breaking news. Got to get to Fulton County, Georgia. And here we go. A Georgia Court of Appeals has disqualified the Fulton County DA, Fonnie Willis, from that election interference case. It's coming down right now. The case against Trump and more than a dozen others already largely stalled, as you know. The new ruling means that it will be up to the prosecuting attorney's council in the state of Georgia to find another prosecutor to decide on the case, to take it over and make a decision as to whether or not they continue with a prosecution of the incoming president. Larry, we got some breaking news. Got to get to Fulton County, Georgia. And
Not
here
even
we
possible.
go.
Not even possible. No county in Georgia has the budget in which to prosecute, or the capacity in which to prosecute a sitting president. Or actually, it would have to be suspended while he's in office. So 4 years down, they have to drop it. My actions that they claim were illegal was in Cobb County, where Fannie Willis didn't even have jurisdiction over me, but threw all of this in together. Some people were in Coffee County, and they actually brought it to Fulton County because that was the only place with the capacity. Her career is over. She is a total and utter failure, even with the Young Thug situation. She's garbage. She's trash. She's ignorant. And everybody saw it when she was on the stand talking about Grey Goose. Look, she should have never been in that position. And the Democrats, once again, show their panties for picking, DEI candidates and prosecutors to do dirty jobs that they're too ignorant to be in the first place. So
they voted her in again.
Fannie, you showed your dumb behind again.
Just think they voted her in again. They voted her in again. But I'm thinking, Trevian, is it possible that it's you? Why all of a sudden they gonna just pull it? Because if they let that keep running, your story gonna keep running.
They have to. And, she could face charges. Like I said, as soon as I dissect those documents from her disqualification today, I'm sure there are clues in there that will help my path against her. So I look forward to getting through all these documents. She could try to appeal it with the Georgia Supreme Court. But as far as I know, the Georgia Supreme Court is on her butt too. So that's not even pretty much an option for her. So we're looking at this all the way. Where are you going to go, girl? You can't go. You can't even hang your head high in Georgia. You're going to have to move somewhere with Nathan Wade. Probably go to an island like y'all was spending the taxpayers' dollars to gallivant like you were. So goodbye. You and Kamala can go and find yourself on a deserted island.
Correct.
Period. That's what I have to say about that. But it is a glorious day. It's been a glorious, week, especially since the story dropped. I just feel honored to be in the position to continue to fight for the American people. And trust me, even when this case is dropped, I'm not going to stop fighting for the American people.
I'm so glad it's you. I'm so glad it's you.
I would never give up my fight.
Ever. It's never going to stop.
Never.
Well, they're running their mouth.
Oh, really?
I'm over here paying them no mind. See, I'm so tired of hearing these idiots call my name as Fannie in a way to attempt to humiliate me. Because like silly schoolboys, the name reminds them of a woman's rear.
She asked the whole ass.
What kind of shit is that?
Fanny.
Fanny.
The hell?
You got the wrong one, sister. You got the wrong one.
That part. I want to address a comment, and I'm going to be nice about it. Okay, the F Trump comment, I'm not going to read all of it, but he said that he talks about he said how sad that harmful Republicans are removed drop boxes in black neighborhoods and close voting centers early in the black neighborhoods, right? Yes, that. In the black neighborhoods and threaten to arrest you over bottle of. But okay, first of all, I haven't seen any Republicans running anything in the black
Of all those
neighborhoods.
folks that the Biden administration failed to deport, plus you got this over 10 million encounters on the southern border that came across. We got a lot of them look for too. So that
Gee, what's
I
going
think
on?
that was Tom Homan.
Okay, but anyway, this is the thing. Mostly all the black communities are run and operated by Democrats because black people have the tendency to always vote for the Democrats, right? So what Republicans remove some drop boxes in the black neighborhood? Come on, bro. Connect the dots because that right there isn't making no sense. You got it mixed up. These neighborhoods are operated by the who y'all vote for, which are all Democrats, okay? So I don't know who threatened who, but it had to be Democrat related. Now, carry on. Next.
Blue Klux Klan didn't even need to be addressed, but we thank you for being here and running up enough. So Lavern, I do have a media hit in 5 minutes, and
okay.
I just wanted to thank you again for having me on. And so you guys follow me on X. You'll get to see all of, the whistleblowers' purported information. And I will definitely get you guys the findings of the authenticity of the whistleblowers' documents that we have, and we'll all, know how we're going to be moving from there. So thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Right. And
Merry Christmas.
Okay. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes. Merry Christmas to you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Trevian. Y'all follow Trevian at Free Trevian. And Trevian has like the latest news, and she did such an excellent job on that William Armstrong and also with the Fannie Willis case. That needs to be applauded. Great job, Trevian. But we're going to move on. And G, you have another clip?
It's a long show today.
So how many days after Trump is sworn in before this effort to carry out the mass deportations begins? I know you said it starts on day one, but after how many days will we actually start to see that happening?
Day one. Day one will be ICE officers across the country will be out on the streets. Right out of the gate, President has made it clear, and I've made it clear, the priority right out of the gate is public safety threats and national security threats. And there's plenty of them to find, right? I looked at the data under the Biden administration. The deportation of criminal aliens have decreased 74%. So we have all those folks that the Biden administration failed to deport, plus you got this over 10 million encounters on the southern border that came across. We got a lot of them look for too. So the public safety threats are plenty, and it's going to keep us busy.
So how many days?
He had to repeat that. Day one.
Day one.
Day one. Day one. That man just straight to the point. He is not messing around. He is not playing around with anyone. He's just straight to the point, and I love that. I love that, and I can't wait till that happens. And they do what they need to do.
The fact that they're pulling on heartstrings, trying to make it seem like we need to be heartbroken for them. Their main thing now is saying that they've had the privilege to live here for so long illegally that now they have children. Now they have, you're going to rip away Americans from their families or from their country. That's why people bringing up birthright citizenship now, because of the way that this past administration has exploited it. They're not even considering the fact that they need to go too, because technically a child could only apply for citizenship for their parents once they're 18. So they got to go. I can't just think, when you said the amount of kids that are missing, those kids that are missing, they're going to end up in foster care. And that's just going to exasperate that whole system. It's ridiculous.
And that's another show, because we need to talk about that also. But that's another show, because that is a disaster in itself, and they got a lot of work to do with that system. A lot of work.
Those children are there human trafficking right now, and that they can't account for them. They have no idea where these children are.
They know where they are because they know exactly what they did with them. That's a lie.
Well,
they know what
they claim.
You just said exactly what they did. You just said it. So they know exactly what's going on.
And that's what Trump kept saying from the jump. He kept saying these kids are being trafficked. And the Democrats are like, no, they're not being trafficked. What are they talking about, human trafficking? It's because he knew. That's why they were telling us in the beginning that Trump was a liar. They're like, Trump is a liar. They wanted us to just fall in line and just believe that him being transparent was going to be just lies. But that's everything that he's been transparent about. We see it up front. It's just ludicrous that people would expect for them not to get deported. The amount of money that's going to come back into the city, please, Chicago, New York, that's going to change a whole lot of things. And people just think it's just one face. I'm still thinking about the dogs and the cats. I'm still thinking about that. They got to go too. And those are ones that were brought here legally. They got to go. All of them. Send them out.
I think, on the other hand, we also have to start working on legal immigration. Legal immigration is a big problem. I don't think if you apply, it should take you 10 years for you to be able to get your papers to come. And people who do apply legally, they go through the whole hoops to get into this country. And I have cousins that literally took them 10, 12 years to have the process go through. So I think if they would also address the legal immigration, that would also help cut back, or people don't think they have to jump to cut the line as well. So I think we have to. There's no way around that. We have to start working on that. But all the time is spent on the legal immigration that we don't have the time to spend on legal immigration.
Okay, true. So, G, do we have another clip? And once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us today.
I'm an optimistic person. I'm not hysterical. I laugh when people say, "Oh, you've got Trump derangement syndrome." I think if you're a reasonable person, you should have Trump derangement syndrome. And by the way, I think he has derangement syndrome about us too. The fact of the matter is, this is a dangerous person. This is a stupid person, and that's a bad combination. And I'm an optimistic person.
Where's the joy? I can't believe they're going to try this all over again. Lavern, they acted like we didn't see this already. All of this. They ain't got nothing left that they just playing on repeat. Stuck on stupid. I can't. It's a bit much.
and then those who said they were leaving, if he actually won, they're still here. So I'm still waiting for those to leave too. That's the view.
They can't go to Canada.
I think that Trump fights really hard for the American people against all this stupidity, including, no men in the women's bathroom.
Yes.
We don't been over that one like several times. We don't want their ass in there. They should have their own bathroom, and all of this is just ridiculous, but it's stuff that we got to talk about. We got to hold these conversations. Yeah. And this is the type of insanity that he has to fight against. So that's why these people hate him so much. This is the reason why.
Yes.
Because he's saving America. He's saving what they don't want. He's saving our liberty. He's protecting our freedom. They don't want that. They felt good during COVID. It felt real good to just tell people what to do and force them to take a vaccine. They just was loving that. They was loving the indiscriminate way that they could spend money under the emergency provisions that they had. It's like they're still stuck in that phase thinking that they could continue with that. I don't know what made them think that they would, that they could just do the same exact thing that didn't work. Well, it worked. It worked for a lot of people, but there was a lot of resistance. They're not banking on there being the same resistance, and the resistance came in November. We've already showed you that we're not going to play this game no more. So when when Trevian said we got to come up with something else other than prayer, we got to lock arm in arm. I'm ready to lock arm in arm because they're going to try the same stupid mess over and over again. I'm glad you running shows. I'm glad everybody else is running shows because Jimmy Kimmel is not one to be listening to. And the voices like yours, Lavern, whatever people that you could bring on lifting up our voices, it just has to be a lot louder than all of that fake mess that's going around and all of those untruths. They're the ones with the disinformation. We got the information. And if you give us information, we're going to look for more. We're going to, like Trevian said, she's going to authenticate. She's going to go through that process before she just starts dropping jewels. That's what they're not doing. They're just giving us a whole bunch of lies. Their time is up.
You know what I think would also be good, now that I'm thinking about it? You've heard of Bikers for Trump or Trucks for Trump?
Truckers.
Those Bikers for Trump don't play around. I think he should hire some of those as guards as well, as security, because they will die for him. They are really, really true supporters. And that's what I was talking about. If he could actually get with the real people in the community, they understand what he's going through and they will back him 100%. They're not doing it for the money. They're doing it because they understand that he's also sacrificing his life, his work for us as well.
I want to say this for all the celebrities and for everyone that said that they are leaving this country, because Trump won. I hope you already left because we really don't give a damn. You don't even have to make the announcement. Just get the hell out of here because we, the people, could actually care less about you leaving this country. Okay?
And if they go to Canada, it's going to be us anyway.
Right, exactly. And like I said, bye, bitch. We don't care.
But everything happened for a reason, Lavern. I'm happy that CNN told them people that you was a Republican. They're going to remember that they don't think that those people have been there week after week after week after week coming to see you. That's a seed that got planted.
25 years, okay? I didn't just start this yesterday. I've been doing this for 25 years. I was doing this when nobody was doing it. When nobody was doing it other than the churches and the larger organizations, which we have too, But that's just how long I've been doing this, So for them to say, do they know that you are, when you're hungry, you're not going to ask nobody, oh, are you a Republican? Are you a Democrat? Are you independent? I haven't ate in 5 days, but I just want to find that out before I get this meal. Who does that? Come on, really? Nobody is going to do that. Nobody's going to do that. So really.
I'm glad they know now, though, because they know who's been looking out for them from the jump. Look at him. Sassy pants. Lindsay.
Just hard to believe.
No, it's not
hard to believe.
It's not hard at all.
Just hard to believe.
Oh my gosh. Y'all keeping me sane. We done lost Trevian. I'm starting to lose my mind again.
No.
Nah, girl.
You fine. Stay positive. Remember, stay positive.
You're on the right side. G, can we play that clip that I asked you about?
Hi, I'm Lavern Spicer, and I'm asking for your support today. Thousands of Americans struggle to get food and they wonder where their next meal is going to come from. But I'm here, been working with them for over 25 years to provide food to people that need it the most, right here at our community food bank. So today, I'm asking you for your support. Please provide a contribution to help make a real difference in our community and to help us feed people. And you can do it right here. Donate today on Cash App, and you will see the link above.
That is amazing.
That's what I do, y'all. That's what I do. And I'm gonna and Carla knows she has came out and she volunteered with us quite a few times. With our organization, what we do, we put the food in the shopping carts so they can pick out what they want to eat. Because when you give people, if you just loading up their cars or you giving them boxes and they don't eat it, then they're gonna throw it away. You know, are they gonna give it to somebody? I want people to go home with food that they're gonna eat. Yeah. So that's why we allow them to pick it out, whatever they want, whether it's vegetables or whatever. They could come and select what it is that they would like to eat. A lot of them also bring their kids. We give out Pampers, we diapers, formula for milk, kids' clothing. We do a lot of events in our community to help the seniors. We go to the buildings, we take the food, we take them clothing, personal care items. And what we do, by doing that, we're helping to supplement their lifestyle because a lot of the seniors in our community have been adopting their grandkids and now they're raising these kids, you know. So it's like they're starting life all over. So we're there to lend a hand and support what it is these people are doing. And also tomorrow, we have our 25th Christmas event, and we shall be giving over 500 kids toys. And I don't mean one toy. I do not mean one toy. Usually when they come, we give them a bag of toys. We're going to have food. We're going to give away prizes. And Carla, you invited to come out tomorrow also. You know, our event starts at 2. And, you know, we believe in standing in the gap to let people know that we are here to love and support them and help them with whatever it is that they're going through. We also work with so many organizations. So if they say like they need mental health services, we have that in the neighborhood. If they need medical help, we have that right here in the neighborhood. We also bring doctors in to talk to these seniors about their medication, about their health issues, and everything else. So we are like a one-stop community shop organization that we like to create that safety net in our community. And we've been around so long, so people in the streets already know. If you need help, you come to us. We're not going to play the zip code game and say, oh, you're not from my zip code, I can't serve you. We don't care about your zip code. If you need help, that's what we are here for. That's what we are here for. So, you know, we thank God for that we are able to do that. We provide food for over 7,000 families a month. So like I said, if you would like to donate to it, the Cash App link is there. And we also have a QR code. Are we showing the QR code, G? Are you putting up the code? Or if not, the Cash App Connect is right there.
Is the promo going to be on your X page?
I'm asking, I don't know. Well, I'm asking G.
You should.
If you post a promo, I'll make sure to pin it on the top, to put it as a highlight at the top of my page, especially now for Christmas. So if you if he shares that for you onto your X page, then I'll make sure that we spread it and I'll have it pinned to the top of my page so that people know the work that you're doing.
I'm hoping G will put up that code so that people will be able to see it. But like I said, you can cash out And Joni, you can reach out to me and Janie Thomas, reach out to me, inbox me, and I will put up the link. But other than that, if you would like to cash out, or if you would like to cash out and support the show.
And that's $ Curly's with the S, Curly's house.
Yeah, it's Curly's house. G, are you putting up the QR code for Curly's?
Put it on your site again.
Huh?
You should put it up again on your.
Yeah, I will put it. I will have him to put it up on the site and put it up on my page.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's 2 days a week.
Also follow me on Rumble, y'all. It's over 3,000 people up here. Please go to Rumble and like my page.
Yes.
Support the work. There you are. Y'all go. Everything is on Rumble. Support it. Like it if you're on Rumble. Please go support the work we are doing and like it. Give me a like.
Congratulations too for coming up on Rumble. That's going to keep your voice going when they try to mess around and shut things down out here. Rumble don't play that. They love free speech. They love people to go up there. So Rumble, definitely make sure you get that Rumble page, people, because when they start trying to silence us again, Rumble is where they can't touch you. You just like Joe Rogan, just keep on doing it.
This phone is stuck. Okay. G, can you put up the code? I guess he's not hearing me. Okay, but anyway. On to the next thing. So like I was saying, please like my page. You have the Cash App. Please donate to keep this program on the air. And we also have a QR code for Curly's. So,
and that's $ Curly's house. $ Curly's house for Cash App.
It's $, and it's Curly's house with the Cash App. With the Cash App. You're right. So I'm trying to get him to post it.
Oh, there it is. It's there now.
Where?
Right there. Bottom right.
I sees it.
Oh,
yeah, I can see it.
Can you post it again?
I love this red.
It's still there.
I know, right? I like it too.
I can't do red lipstick because my husband gonna say I look like a clown. So. Good grief.
Oh.
I can't believe you brought up
It's been an hour and a half already.
I know, but Jamal, Jamal Bowman, he's going to be leaving. Fannie Willis is going to be away from our attention. Kamala is still clutching.
And Corey, and a lot more.
And Corey, I know Corey Bush is out of here. You know what I'm saying? AOC thought she was going to snatch up some power and they done squashed her down, put her back in her place because she's thinking that she's so bright. My goodness, we haven't been hearing from Elon in a while. Elon and Miss Omar, I could deal without that for a little bit. I'm ready to keep hearing the positive people keep going. I'm gonna try to keep that with me. What Trevian said, I'm gonna try to have some faith, but like she said, they're a bit too quiet. I know when I was a kid and I was quiet in my house, that's when my parents came trying to figure out what was going on because we was just too quiet, and they act like children.
Well, Christmas is about here.
Yes.
So,
next week on Wednesday. So maybe I guess I don't know if I'm gonna do a Tuesday show. No, I'd probably do it at Thursday. I'll probably come back and
see, Lavern, look it up, honey, about the portals that the Catholics, they're gonna be opening up some old portal doors under the Vatican on the 24th of December. What? So I hope that we do see you. I forgot to share that. Yeah, I'm going to share that with you. But apparently there's some 5 doors that they open every 25 years. They open it up during COVID. But apparently on December, not to scare nobody, but I'm just saying on December 24th, the Pope is going to be opening up these portal doors for people to travel through them. So we definitely got to keep up in prayer, because I don't know what they got going on, and ain't nobody trying to get caught out there. But it's an interesting thing that you would think would be on the news. The news ain't telling us nothing.
And well, they know that last week they also said there was a portal on the 15th of December. There was one. On the 15th.
Did?
Yeah, I saw it on YouTube. And actually, I saw it the day before that they said it was going to be on the 15th.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
So there are a lot of things that news are not bringing up, So thank God.
They didn't really talk about Syria. They didn't even talk about Jay-Z on mainstream.
What?
Oh. Okay, I see it now. Vatican portals.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Portals. They're not calling them doors. They're calling them portals.
Mm-hmm.
These people are so satanic, y'all. They are very evil.
That is crazy. Is that the Devil Star? Oh,
it's a Lucifer.
Okay, G, I sent you the link. Can you post it? Wow.
Wow. That's straight up. That's Lucifer right there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She's drinking. What you got there? Some Bacardi?
This is my Earl Grey, my tea. But Christ is King. I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about the people that's going to get caught out there. Because there's too many people that's not paying attention. They done took the church out of the school and out of people. They taking the church out of the church. They had a video where they had Santa on a sleigh going in some mega church, and they had all. I'm like, people are going to get caught out there, and I'm not trying to be Lot's wife. When anything hits out here, all you can do is pray for people. Tell people that they need to keep themselves up in prayer, because it's not looking good. That I didn't know that it looked like that. I didn't know that the way that the distance and the coordinates for it made it look like that. That's darker than I could ever imagine. So I'm glad that my spirit don't feel disturbed, but it might be the very reason why people are tripping. People are tripping out, being mad ugly. It's insane. I can't.
Well, that's an everyday thing in a way of life here in Miami. So it's normal for my end. I mean, Miami is just a different world in itself. So that's an everyday thing for these people here. You never know what to expect out of them. I'm telling you.
In New Hampshire, they put up a Satan statue, and they broke it. They put it in a state building last year. They tore it down. This year, they put another Satanist church statue up. They broke it down, and they already built another one in New Hampshire. Wow. I'm like, that's a little bit too close. But that's where it's at. They're being bold. They're being super bold with it right now. And I'm like, well, if they bold, we don't know that Christ is King just got to get bolder, because I'm not even about to be, I'm not ready to be, potatoes and rags and everything else but to fight. But if I'm here to fight, I'm going to fight with everything that I got left, because portal opening that, got the coordinates of Lucifer.
And they also want to talk about it. They want to bring that into the classroom and teach kids about Satan and Lucifer also, That's something that they have been pushing for a while. There it is, y'all. Yeah. So I'm asking you all, there is the link. Get out your phones, take a picture, and send your donation to help support the event we are doing tomorrow. And I shall be posting the pictures on my page. And, make a donation, y'all. Janie, there's the link, y'all, to get the QR code so that you can make your donation. And people always have been asking me, so I finally got around to, trying to get everything straightened out. It's been a minute because we've been so busy. And, but, things are coming together. Good. So thank God for that. But I think that, it's our job to protect the youth. It's our job to protect the kids. And once again, we should not be allowed just anything to happen. just because people come up with it and think it's a great idea. No,
absolutely,
it's not. It's not a great
Templar.
idea.
So the Knights Templar built it. Okay, so is that a good thing? Wait, Knights Templar are probably trying to hold back some demon. Then why would they open this door? One of the hoodies put up a comment that said that the Knights Templar. Yeah, there you go. Oh,
I would have to look it up. I've never heard of that before.
But that's what I know of the Knights Templar, and I'm saying that if they built it, then why they keep opening it up? Like, what are they looking for? The Knights Templar building something like that is to keep something out, not to let something in. Your people know, Lavern. They know.
Yeah, they know. And that's the great thing about this. We can hold this conversation and articulate with them. And, these people, they know what's going on. Because, when you are out in the community, out and about, you can talk about this stuff, but people will be looking at you like, what are you talking about? Because a lot of them don't have a clue, Sophia. And, a lot of them don't even know about these little nasty-ass books, sexual books you have in the library, like that one you had with that squirrel, it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable that this type of stuff is actually taking place, and people truly don't have a clue. And including some of these cartoons, you all, if your kids are watching these cartoons, y'all need to really take a look at it and see what they're talking about. Yes, I agree with you, Janie, 100%. I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah, we do. We got to put it. I mean, it goes with my kids wherever they go. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't tear it away from them. But when you don't have a sense of America, they're taking down the American flag and putting up the pride flag. They just have us all wrapped up in flesh. They don't have us wrapped up in the spirit anymore. So when you do say things like, I feel the spirit moving, people gonna just look at us like we're crazy. Like you would almost want to believe that if they open, now you got me thinking that if they open up one of those doors on the 15th, maybe that's what the drones are trying to find.
You can Google that. Yeah, it was on the 15th of December.
To everybody that truly have a prayer life, and if you believe in God, we need to pray, because when we begin to pray, we can raise that vibration. We can change this thing all around. It's one of the J6ers. He always hold the spaces on X, and he always talk about this type of stuff. It's some great conversations on X, and you can find out so much information just by listening. But I truly believe prayer changes things. And one thing I know, that God, when God is going to use you, he take you through so much that, you don't know if you want to live or die, basically. But he's doing all of that to make you stronger. So once you're strong, you're not going to give up. You're going to fight, And I always say, people that inbox me the stupid stuff, like people say, well, you get so much hate, but guess what? I don't care about the hate, because I'm fighting for God. I'm on the right side of things, So when you're on the right side of doing things, you don't care, because I truly believe that in this day or age, I truly believe that it is going to be the people in the street, those that we think that have been lost, that's going to rise to help us with this fight and with this revolution, because truly this is a spiritual battle, and we are at war, and we have to fight for what we believe in. And prayer is a powerful weapon. Prayer is a powerful weapon, people. And if you don't believe it, truly read the story of Gideon, and how he thought he was fighting that battle alone. And God opened his eyes so he could see that he had all the angels surrounding him to protect him. So we don't fight this battle alone. Truly, God is with us. So I want to just encourage everybody that believe to stay in prayer, because we know it's a lot of demons that do not believe in God. They tell us that the Bible is fake, and if it's fake, why is it always fulfilling? Why are the things in Revelation actually coming true? Okay, so like I said, the ones that are, he said, my children know my voice and no other will they follow. Okay, so if you know his voice and you know he has kept your foot from slipping into ditches, and you know that when people came up against you, they did not prosper. Okay, so then you know that God is with you. You know that he's with you. So I'm gonna say this: we got to keep Trump in prayer once again.
Yes,
we got to pray for this country and fight for what you believe in, people. Now's not the time to be afraid. Stand up, use your voice, because the more you speak out, the more powerful that you're going to become with speaking out. So do not be afraid. Once again, white people don't apologize for being white. Black people don't apologize for being black. You are who you are, okay? So once again, people, I have the QR code up there for Curly's house. Don't go to use that QR code and donate, and follow me on Rumble so that I can continue to do these videos. You can also cash out me at Lavern Spicer. My cash app is right there. So I'm gonna close up this show, y'all. We have over 3,000 people watching this show. So in closing, what you want to say, Carla?
I want to encourage everyone to stay positive. We have to give the glory to the Lord, recognize that, like you said, we're not alone, and let him fight our battles. But at the same time, we still have to act. But I will say for this holiday season, for right now, just be grateful, be thankful that we're alive, thankful that we still have our families. We still have a lot to be thankful for. But when we look at the outside, I consider the outside to be distractions. All those different things is just to get you off track. And we cannot afford to do that right now. Now is the time we have to focus on the family, focus on our children, focus on our communities, focus on helping the president, focus on so many other things. So don't get distracted. But I am Carla Spaulding, and I'm Carla Spaulding FL. I'm on X. Follow me. I'm also on Instagram. And don't forget to inbox me for veterans who are homeless or almost homeless. Please inbox me that I can go ahead and give you the information so I can find you a place to stay. We have it available already. So just reach out to me, and many blessings. God bless you all. Thank you so much. And thanks, Lavern, for the excellent job. I've joined you, and she does a fantastic job. Please donate to her and help her organization to grow. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Lavern, I just have to say that people, we got to support Lavern. We got to support Lavern for what she's doing, because I believe that she is she's like an apostle right now, because I was sitting somewhere on X in oblivion when everyone was talking about co-defendants. You didn't hear Trevian's name a lot, and it was Lavern that gave Trevian a voice to enable her to do what she's doing right now.
Yeah,
she gave me a voice.
That miracle move. That was God. That was God. She broke that story. Trevian broke that story.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. And the courage to know that you can go forward and do it. She's always had it. But you have to think that her being on your show, that woman said she looked and found her, Patricia. She found Trevian. So just by supporting Lavern, you're going to support real voices and real people that's looking out for us. That's looking out for all of us. So I'm grateful to Lavern that I'm able to sit with these women and be here for us, the mothers of this earth that's taking care of everything. But yes, please support Lavern, because her voice is out of many one, and then her voice connects with many also. And then we're all looking out for President Trump, because he's the voices of all of us, and we are going to have to fight. So I'm at Patty Free on X. You can find me here, and we all tied up together, and we all going to make this happen. We got this New Year coming too. Christmas is coming. Portals are getting open. Eat, drink, and be merry and celebrate the glory of God because his son is coming. And we just have to make sure that we're not distracted so that we can hear his voice within our spirit. Just like Lavern can attest, she heard God speaking to her and said, hit this woman up. Hit this woman up. And you're doing God's work right now. So thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here.
Okay. Also, if you would like to be a guest on my show, you can inbox me on my Twitter page, which is now X. Tell her I call her back because she keep calling me. Also, y'all keep Trevian in prayer because that girl, she's working and she's doing a marvelous job. I'm so proud of her. And I also want to say that you all, family is everything. Your family is everything. So please, yeah, that's Trevian. Y'all make sure that y'all follow Trevian. And because she has the latest news on with William Armstrong and that Fannie Mae Willis case. Okay. So follow her with it. And she's going to keep us updated on what is going with that. Your family, and when I talk about your family, we always say blood don't make you family. Right. You know, your family, blood does not make you family. Your family is the people in your life that you love, that are to care for you. And also, you know, we're coming up to Christmas time. Please, people, help somebody that need help. Show somebody that you love them, because that's where your blessings come from. That's where all of our blessings come from, through helping people that really need it the most. And don't forget the unfortunate people. And if you're a young person, please help us, elderly person. You know, let's not forget these people that have worked all of their life, you know. And by the grace of God, I have a lot of them that show up every week. They're in their 80s and 90s that are here. And we make sure that they get the things that they need. And it's not an easy job, y'all. It's not easy working with the public. You know, we got homeless people across the street that come and cuss us out. And sometimes people are really rude and angry, and we have to deal with all of that. So I'm only saying that to say, with the things that I go through, out here helping people that are in the streets and dealing with that homeless population, I want to let you know that when you send an insult, something that you think is cute that's hurting my feelings, I just want you to know one thing. I really don't give a fuck about that. Because every day I'm out in the street working with people that may be the last day of their life, okay? That may be the last day of their life. And people often come and get food. And they tell us, ma'am, I was getting ready to go and do something really dumb. I was getting ready to go and do something really dumb. But because you was here to help me, you helped make a difference in my life. And I can't tell you how many people I have helped and saved their life right here in Curly's house. So this is a ministry that blesses so many people, you know, because that's what it's all about, y'all. We can't be afraid of people in the streets. We can't be afraid of them. We got to embrace them. And I was so proud of Carla when she came over here and volunteered with us. And Carla got out there and worked with them people, you know, and she helped take the numbers and she helped welcome the people in line, because you can't be afraid of them, okay? So it's no fear here. It's no fear here. So, you know, it takes a lot. Sometimes it can be truly, truly heartbreaking to see people that are in dire need. And let me say this to you all. Just because you see people like this, don't feel like they are beggars, okay? These are people that have work, that maybe things are not working out for them. Some people have work and they became crippled or disabled, and now they cannot work. They cannot work. So these are not just lazy bums. No, these are people that just don't have the resources right now that they really need. But just because you're down today don't mean you're going to be down tomorrow, because we all fall down, but we can get back up with God's help. So don't never look down on nobody or try to judge that person, because you don't know what pushed them to get there in the first place. And sanity is just like a thread. We all are one thread away, okay? That's why you see, if you talk to those people that are out there in the streets, and we have one in particular, okay? She's a senior, she's an elderly person. She was homeless, but she got an apartment. But a lot of these people are so intelligent. You would never believe how intelligent these people are. And that's her right there. That's Miss Barbara. That's Miss Barbara, the lady that had the little red, right there with the black rag on her head. This lady is so intelligent. So you can't never judge a book by a cover, because you don't know what caused them to get there in the first place. And it's so amazing to me how people want to talk about people that need a little help because their life is all marvelous and going great. But it's a lot of people that's rich that ended up being broke. So when you remember, when you point that finger at somebody, it's always four of your fingers pointing right back at you. So don't walk around because you living your best life judging people, because you don't never know where you may be at tomorrow. A lot of people are in situations that they never thought that they would have ended up in their life. And if it don't happen to you, it could be your kids or your grandkids. So always help people that need it, and stop turning your nose up thinking you're so much better than everybody else, because you never know in this life where you're going to end up at. So that's my little Christmas facts for the end of the year. Okay. And also, like I said, y'all, please like, subscribe to my page if you would like to. Y'all see them lines, that's what we do. And that's Mommy right there. Mommy is 88 years old. And I'm going to say this again. When I first started this Curly House, my community was 100% African American. But right now, we are over 85% Hispanics. So it's no longer just a black neighborhood. There's plenty of Hispanics here. We also have a line that's just for people that are in the wheelchairs and walkers, so they don't have to stand in line with everybody else. And you know, the most amazing thing is that when people come here, they always say, you know, I've been to so many events, but I never seen people feeding people like what you do there. I don't see that. But there's so many organizations that get so much funding. But we are doing this on a shoestring budget, y'all. And when I first started Curly's House, I started it out of my own pocket. Not because I was rich, because I cared that much for my community. And God put that on my heart to do it. So when he said do it, I'm going to do it. And I did that from out of my own pocket. People always think that, oh, you got to be rich or you got to have this. No, baby. You need to have the Nike theory and just do it. Just do it. Stop listening to people that tell you you cannot do this and you cannot do that. You don't have to be the smartest bitch. You just have to have a heart, and stop being afraid. Stop walking in fear and get out here and make it happen, because you can do it. You know, people are kings or queens. You need to tap into that wisdom that God already gave us, the wisdom. You ain't got to ask Johnny, Bunny, and everybody. Tap into your wisdom, people. Spend some time alone to get to know yourself. You know, sometimes you got to get off of social media looking at all that crazy stuff and spend some time alone and get to know you. Decide what it is that you would like to do with your life and follow that and set goals. Start with small goals. Your small goals are going to lead you to the big ones. Start with the small ones. Do the baby steps. You know, it's just like when you're a baby and you born. You don't come out the womb running. You come out that womb and you making them baby steps till you learn how to walk. So sometimes that's how life is when you wasn't born with that gold spoon in your mouth. Okay? You just need to start taking those small steps and get out there and make it happen. Make it happen. So tomorrow is our big Christmas event once again. Y'all see that QR code? Donate to Curly's house. Support our operation. And we always need help. And I'm going to throw this out there because God said you have not because you won't not. What we need is a larger building. We need a larger building. So anybody under my voice that would like to help us get a larger building, please help us do that. Because I'm so tired of serving these people in the rain. It is truly heartbreaking when it rains that we have to be out there in the rain. And people have their kids, and the kids are getting wet. The babies are getting wet. Grandma, granddaddy is getting wet in the rain. And the people did not need that food, y'all. They would not come in that rain and stand out there in the rain and get wet. Okay? So we need all the help we can get. And God bless everybody that gave. God bless the ones that want to give and don't even have it. But I'm going to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for all your support. Please follow everybody that's on my show. And y'all also follow Trevian because she's in a battle. Follow her on her page. And she's going to have the updates on the Fannie Willis case and the William Armstrong case. And that's at Free Trevian. Y'all see that? And don't forget, do not forget to follow me on Rumble, and all of my videos are available on Rumble. And also keep them J6s in your prayers because a lot of them should not even be locked up in the first place. They should not be locked up in the first place, you know. So I'm going to close out by saying I'm Lavern Spicer, and I would like all of y'all to join me next week for my show. And I thank you for all of your support. And I thank all the hoodies for coming out today. God bless you all. You know, show somebody you love them and encourage somebody. I'm going to close by saying encourage someone today. So thank y'all so much for joining me. I'm Lavern Spicer, and this is the Hood Conservative Show. So show that person, especially that person in your house that's helping to take care of you. Tell them that you love them, you know, because we often overlook those people that do so much for us. So that person that's there to help you, tell them that you love them. Show them that you appreciate them while they are here, because tomorrow is not promised to none of us. None of us.
Okay, I'll tell my husband I love him.
I'm gonna tell him when I get to cussing him out, but he know I love him. He know I love him. So,
I don't have one of those things, so
we love you.
All right, thank you.
That's what it's all about. Somebody needs to hear that.
Okay.
Somebody really need to hear that. So y'all could watch this on Rumble. All the codes are up and everything. And please follow me on Rumble. Please follow me on Twitter. Thank you so much. Once again, if you would like to come on and be my guest, please inbox me. Please inbox me. It's not the white people that are mean to me, Mr. F. Trump. It's usually people that look just like me. And trust me, I've been on God's earth long enough to know the difference, okay? So thank you very much. So you can go back to hell with that one. So y'all have a beautiful day. Be blessed, and thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Bye.
I'll see you next week, Thursday, same time, right here at the Hood Conservative Show for your latest news. And I'm your host, Lavern Spicer. Thank you for joining. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Lavern Spicer, and I'm asking for your support today. Thousands of Americans struggle to get food, and they wonder where their next meal is going to come from. But I'm here, been working with them for over 25 years to provide food to people that need it the most, right here at our community food bank. So today, I'm asking you for your support. Please provide a contribution to help make a real difference in our community and to help us feed people. And you can do it right here. Donate today on Cash App, and you will see the link above.